Welcome back everyone to the Valnety channel, and today I'll be sharing 4 tips and tricks on how to get popular on Wattpad. Now, I'm not the most popular on there, but with the experience I do have, I feel like I have something valuable to contribute to this conversation. Now, before we start, let me just mention that a good story idea is a completely different topic and not included in this video. Now, what's the first thing that your reader sees? It's the cover. The first thing that makes your story attractive to anyone is the cover. Yes, there's also the title, which please do not put it as something x something, because that's boring and not appealing at all and should actually be on the list of what not to do. But what is a good cover? A good cover is not the Wattpad generated thing you get that has like the picture, a little foggy, and just no one bothers to read that. Most of the time it can't be read. A good cover will take you just a few minutes. Get on Canva, pick a font pair, pick a picture, either from the anime or the show, or just something like a meadow of flowers, and you'll be good. You'll do great. Now, if you get the reader past the cover and the title and the description, but the description is not really that important, because you can have a very bad description like please just read this and give it a chance, or you can have a very good description that is straight up a professional blurb. Either way, it can give you success. But the next thing your readers will notice is how overall readable your story is. Let's move that up. And by this I mean that if you have paragraph breaks, if you have quotation marks. I have read one story where there were no paragraph breaks, no quotation marks. There were people speaking, but I usually figured that out halfway through the sentence. I'm not even sure if there was proper sentences. So please make sure your story is readable. A personal pet peeve of mine is also when the dialogue is as bullet points, because I feel like I'm being robbed of dialogue tag action, and you're also just robbing yourself of the ability to improve through that. If you get someone to read your story, what do you want? You want them to stay and read your story onward past the first chapter. And here comes to play a little bit of the good story motive, but as I said, we're not discussing it in this video. What you need next is a personal favorite of mine. Interaction. Interact with your audience. That means, as DMs have been lost from Wattpad between different users, you can only answer the comments, but please do that, because that also makes the reader feel as if they have a personal connection to you, the author. And if nothing else, it will make them have a personal connection with the story too, which might or might not just sort of guilt trip them into staying, if you want to put it like that. But if you don't want to put it like that, it's just a fun thing to do. You can get lots of feedback from the emotions you can decipher from the comments, and it's also just fun to see what people think. And you get them past the cover, you make it readable, they continue reading, and what you want to do to keep them there and perhaps get the readers to read some of your other stories as well is the fourth and the last point: schedule. Now I know life happens, right? Schedule. I know life happens. I know it's not that easy to post every day or every other day, but I will tell you this: if you post once a month, and if there are very avid readers on Wattpad, they just are on Wattpad 2 hours every day, and they have already written your fic, and then you post a month later, they will not remember what was going on and they will quit. Harsh truth, I know. The best is, there are many ways to do this actually. The best ones are post every day, short, 200, 300 word chapters. I did that with Val. It got me into a nice little rhythm. It got the readers excited, they knew when to expect, what to expect. It boosted the algorithm, as do the comments by the way. Or you can do a bit of longer chapters, but from my heart, from the bottom of my heart, please don't post those in larger intervals than a week. 1 chapter a week is okay, but anything more than that is just playing with your own luck here, because readers will forget. You might forget if you take too many long breaks from writing, and schedule is the solution to that, because it's something to stick to and it's something your readers can expect, it's something you can expect from yourself. It motivates you to write, and if you find a schedule that works for you, for example every other day or every Wednesday and Saturday, then the story also keeps going, not in only the reader's eyes who get the update like that, but it also in your mind, because if you write and then you post that 100 years later, then it's also a little bit jumpy for you, and in the end that can be seen. So, in conclusion, what do we need to make a Wattpad story popular? Except for an actually good story. What boosts a good story? There are many ways to write good stories too, by the way. So, a good cover gets it going. Readability keeps it going. Interaction makes them stay even after they've kept going. And maybe they're like, oh, that's kind of, nothing's kind of happening right now, but they get the sense of something's happening from interacting with you or the author. And then after interaction, there's schedule. It keeps you going, it keeps the readers going, and all in all, everyone is happy. So, if you found this video useful, please drop a like, maybe a comment, and I'll see you next time, and stay creative.